Well, hey there, gang. It's Jim
And Christy.
Jacobus with Your Marriage Matters, podcast number 142. And as you might notice, we're not in uniform today.
Yeah, we're coming to you au naturel.
All natural. That's for sure. I'm glad that the odor does not go through. Although you smell great. You got all cleaned up. So, gang, this is a little bit of a different day for us, and we thought we'd just tell you the way it is. This is a travel day for us. We have been in Aransas Pass down near Christy's mom and dad for about 3.5, almost 4 months. And today we traveled from Aransas Pass to beautiful Fredericksburg, Texas, where we have a rally this weekend, a RV rally that we're responsible for, along with Alan and Debbie Darnell, our good friends, literally parked next door to us here. And we just arrived a little bit ago. Yeah, but one of the things we felt like we could do today is share with you what a little bit about the life that we're living. I know a lot of you are asking for us to tell you a little bit more about our travels and stuff like that, and we feel like they're very interesting. But at the same time, you know, what can you learn from marriage from this? And babe, I know that there's an awful lot goes into a travel day. An awful lot goes into leaving somewhere we've been for 3.5, almost 4 months. Arriving at a new location. So what is your takeaway from what maybe we can share with everybody about travel days?
Well, I think there are several things that have been going on over the last couple of days as we prepared to get on the road again. And one of them was something that somebody had asked me a long time ago: can two diametrically opposed emotions exist in the same time?
Yeah.
And the answer is yeah.
Or 3 or 4.
Yeah, it's mixed emotions. We have loved our time down in South Texas. We have seen wonderful people, done amazing things. Before we went down there, I had a list of 10 things that I wanted to do while we were in South Texas. And even though we were there 3.5 months, I didn't get to do but just one. And so it's a little bit sad as we get ready to leave, not because of the things we didn't get done, but just, you know, leaving folks that we really love and care about. My family, lots of friends.
The Waits, the Lambricks.
Yeah,
I'm leaving people out, but I mean, there's this whole list of people we've really gotten fond of.
Right. So that was sad, but it's exciting because we're on the road and we're seeing, you know, neat Texas hill country, and just being a part of, you know, the travel experience is always fun.
And this is, you know, I'm with you. I was kind of a little sad about leaving, but while we were on our way here, I said, you know what? I feel good that we're on the road again. There's a lot goes into it. I spent all day yesterday getting ready, and apologies to Chris and Mary Lee Lambrick. I could not get loose yesterday to go visit with them. Thank goodness you did. But there's so much goes into it. And then finally you get on the road, and now it's kind of like going, you know, this is our dream. This is what we got into this for. And I mean, this weekend we have about 60 rigs coming into this RV park. We're going to make a lot of more new friends.
Right.
This is part of what all this is about and everything.
Right.
And I was kind of sad to leave your mom and dad, but we got to spend some time with them over the last 2 or 3 days, and had your mom's birthday party. So this is kind of what we bought into, and part of the excitement.
Right. And one of the things that can exist too is it's kind of like that roller coaster as you're going up the ride. There's so much anticipation and anxiety. Did we do everything? Is everything going to be okay?
Yeah.
We haven't done this in a while. Have we remembered how to pack up everything?
Did we hook the trailer up correctly?
And then when we got on the road, it's like being on the roller coaster, not with all the curves and downhills, but you just go with the flow.
Yeah.
And a lot of times that's how marriage goes. You're on that kind of roller coaster, and you just ride in and you hold on, and that's you know, part of the deal too.
Right. Yeah. And again, I totally agree. And now we're here, we're set up, we're all squared away, we're not cleaned up. Although Christy you smell good, baby. But one of the things we felt like maybe was important to share too is that over the last 3 or 4 days, 5 days, there's been a lot to do.
Right.
And one of the things that I would tell you that makes that doable is that we have a very well orchestrated, for the most part, you know, sharing of duties and responsibilities. And it's not like a her deal. I mean, Christy does primarily do the inside. I take care of getting everything ready on the outside. But when we were set up for 3.5, 4 months, I mean, we literally had everything set up. So it took a couple of days just to tear it down, pack it up, secure it for a very bumpy ride. Nobody rides in the back of these RVs because they call it like a rolling earthquake. But it took a lot of work, and it takes a lot of work on both of our parts. Plus, if we run into a challenge or a problem, and this trip, knock on wood, has been fairly simple. We're both involved in solving the problems. It's not like oh, Jim, what are we going to do? I mean, Christy's really adept at figuring out what's going to go on and remembering what to do. And then I'm fairly adept at it as well. And when we don't have an answer, we figure it out.
Well, one of the problems that we encountered today is we travel with our 100-pound yellow lab, Marley,
wow. Yeah.
who is the best dog ever.
Yep.
If he didn't shed, he'd be absolutely perfect. But Marley, about 3 hours into the trip, started acting like something was wrong. And it was. So we had to stop and kind of figure out what Marley needed, got him taken care of. And then he did what he normally does on most of our trips, just lays in the entire back seat and takes over. But so we had to problem solve that. We had the tire sensors go off.
Yeah.
So there's usually stuff that comes on, but practical applications that I think everybody can take into consideration is the roles and responsibility here also mimic a lot of times roles and responsibility around any household.
Right.
And how you share those roles and responsibilities is important. And we both probably could do each other's job, but I think Jim is better equipped to do the things involving technology, electricity, all the stuff. It's
and you do such a good job of making the place look amazing and beautiful, and not that I couldn't.
Yeah, right. You can get in touch with your decorative side. Yeah. But I think around everybody's home, there's certain roles and responsibilities, and from time to time, as we did in the RV, you have to adjust the roles and responsibilities, and you have to take into consideration people's gifts, talents, abilities, time, all the different things that go into it. But sharing responsibilities is important in any relationship.
Well, and there's one of the things that I know, and I think as well, I'm pretty sure is that if either one of us needed help with something, the other one would immediately pitch in.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we do not do that's your job, don't ask me to help you. Again, gang, we're Team Jacobus. This is a team effort. There's things Christy does, things I do, things we do, but both of us would quickly jump in and help each other out. I think that's one of the things I love about us. I love about you and me and our relationship. And one of the things I think makes this work, and I think it's one of the things that makes any household work, is when we just realize, hey, look, we're in this together. Let's figure out how to get this done. And gang, that's what we want for you guys. We want you guys to be able to figure out, how are you going to do things, become a team, work together, identify things that you both do. Maybe one of you does better than the other. And like we both can cook, we both can clean, but at the same time, we have these duties that we kind of take care of. And I don't think either one of us feels like the other one has the harder job. I think we both feel like the other one is doing their fair share, and I think that's what it ought to be about. So.
Right, and there's a list of questions that sometimes people ask, in a relationship. How do we get equity? How do we do that? And it is a constant and updating thing.
Oh yeah, it never changes.
Right, and it doesn't. You don't just get to a point, I don't think, where you just say, this is my job, these are your jobs.
Yeah.
And so sometimes you have to step in. And as we oftentimes said, marriage isn't 50-50, it's 100-100. Sometimes, though, you need to pick up some slack for me, and sometimes I need to pick up some slack for you based on what's going on. So.
I read something the other day. I don't remember where it was, but I thought it was really good, that there are days when I'm really strong and maybe you're struggling, and it's my turn to be strong. There's days when you're strong and I'm struggling, and it's your turn to be strong. Well, neither one of us goes, well, wait a minute, why don't you just buck it up? No, we both are strong when we need each other, and we're strong together at the same time. So I really like that thing I read. I don't remember where it was, but I thought it was really good. So anyway, gang, that's what we want for you. Sorry for the, kind of, ragtag look. If you don't mind the ragtag look, say, hey, look, quit putting on the uniform. Just wear whatever, and that would make it a whole lot easier. I can wear a hat, instead of everything. So anyway, coming to you straight from Fredericksburg, Texas, after a day of travel from Aransas Pass to Fredericksburg. Safe travels, which we always pray for. Good arrival here. Caught up with our good friends, Alan and Debbie Darnell, and just looking forward to a great week. So what we hope for you guys is what we've been talking about here is Team your name, all right? Team Smith, Jones, whatever your name is, and that you guys would find a way to share responsibilities, share all the work, and at the end of the day, you'd be as blessed as we feel like we are, and that you would experience everything that you hope for when you said, I do. We want you to have that vibrant, healthy marriage that we talk about, because your marriage matters, and we're going to keep telling you that over and over again. And babe, I'm so thankful for that. I have you as my partner. I can't imagine doing this on my own. It wouldn't be any fun, but I love the fact that we work together and get these things done, and it just makes me adore you.
And I love you too.
Thank you, sweetie. Bye, gang. We'll see you next week. Maybe we'll be dressed up in our uniforms. Take care.